Michkov, his first career NHL goal in this universe, ties the game up in the third. JT Miller got rocked right there by Captain Couturier. Quinn Hughes still got it. Nice job by the veteran Eric Johnson, who finds Michkov in alone. Lawton, another save by Lankin. Elias Pettersson across the blue line. JT Miller, what a save by Samuel Ersson. That is a game-saving save. Wait a minute now. Philly, Travis Sanheim in alone for Philadelphia. Oh, Lankin with the save. Shit, oh no. That's the last thing we need, man. A stupid goal like that. Vancouver's buzzing. In the middle, Bluger scores. And opening night goes to the Vancouver Canucks. 92? Oh, give me a break. Michkov is leading with 35, but Celebrini, he's got 31, and he's only got a -9. Oh, crap. What do? We got to win the Calder. Philly, what do we do? The Metro, the Penguins in first, the Islanders in second, and the Flyers in third. The Metro is all over the place right now, not making any sort of sense. All right, Philadelphia, we are back, and it's time to continue our year one season simulation with your Philly Flyers. Up here at the beginning of, January, 38 games into the regular season for year one, and we're actually in the divisional playoff spot, which makes no sense. 18, 16, and 4. The Hurricanes are below us, the Capitals, the Devils, the Rangers, right? So my prediction at the beginning of the year on the teams that we could finish ahead of was way off. It's all over the place right now. Now, in this video, I will give you guys a tease. We're either going to make the playoffs or we're going to sim through the playoffs and see if we won the draft lottery. So, lots to do in this video. I've already done a lot of pre-scouting, and we have some new things that we want to talk about. First up, the former Philadelphia Flyer goaltender. All the free agents got signed, and he is the newest Nashville Predator, Carter Hart, all right? Now, they have some trade bait on this team, but they got UC Saros in the net, and there is Carter Hart. So will he be a part of their future plans? Will he be extended there? I mean, they got UC Saros locked up for 7.7 over the next 8 years, so they don't need a starting goaltender, but we'll keep an eye on him. I am not trading for Carter Hart. We are going to move on into the future, all right? Next up was the contract extensions. Now that we got a good chunk of time done, I went through the advanced analytics, tried to see who's who. All the two-way forwards on our team pretty much play the same way. The one guy who looked a little bit different was this guy, Joel Farabee. He had a lot more takeaways. I think his plus-minus, it's 0, and he was putting up points. So all the other two-way forwards were pretty much the same. Farabee had some value to him, so remember that. When you think about the defenders, we can extend Cam York this year, and he does want an extension. Now, I want to get this guy, and he only wants to sign a 3-year deal. That'll take him up to 26 years of age. I give him a 2-year deal, and he'll still be an RFA, or I could try to go max term with him, just lock him up, and maybe get him for, let's see if I go up to $6 million. I mean, I could add some no-move clauses in there, but GM Superbman has got to have that flexibility to make trades further on down the line, so I don't really want to be handing out no-movement clauses, unless they're players that we know we want, right? So even if I were to go 8 years at 6.5, he still doesn't want it. So I am not in the same position that I've been in previous years where I can really lock up these players long term, right? So going to have to find way better ways to do it. But Morgan Frost, this guy does not want an extension. He's an RFA still, so we're going to have the rights there. But look at this. 1 year, 5.3. We start to jack that up. It goes all the way up to 7.9. Now, he's a playmaker. Same with Matvei Michkov. He's playing second line time right now, but he's a center with no faceoffs. He's a center without any defensive rating. As a playmaker, his passing's only 86. Same thing as like all of our two-way forwards, right? So this guy is just meh. He's a good skater, I guess, and you're hoping that that medium elite can become something, but given the fact that he's already 25 years of age, I see this guy as being expendable. So we're going to see what kind of trade value we can get for him. I've already gone through the list on a bunch of players that maybe we can go after, but for right now, we're just going to keep it the same. And Forrester was another guy that we can extend. I don't think he's going to want too much. Yeah, 1.6 million. See what I mean? All these two-way forwards, they pretty much act similar. So that information is now in your head. I don't want to extend these guys until I know what we have and after the trade deadline, what we end up trading for, if indeed we do make any trades. But I did some pre-scouting, and basically my plan was this. I want to show you guys the lines, right? So Morgan Frost on the second line center. To me, that's expendable. Farabee could be your second line left wing, but he could also just dominate on the third line, get him penalty killing chemistry, get him all of that, and let him just dominate down there, right? Which leaves the second line open. I can definitely find some players in there. Now, Owen Tippett is actually one of the fastest players in the game with speed at 94. You can see it down there in the skating category. I think he's tied for fourth. The fastest players in this game are at 95. He's at 94. So I thought to myself, if Owen Tippett has he's got good size on him too, 6'1", 210. If Owen Tippett has got that speed and that size, why not try to find some other players alongside of Owen Tippett that can acquire or that can bring the same speed, right? So there were two players that I found that we might be able to trade for. First up, from the Buffalo Sabres. They just acquired this guy in the offseason from the Edmonton Oilers, Ryan McLeod. Now, they have a lot of centers on this team. I think Dylan Cousins is actually playing first line left wing alongside of Tage Thompson. I don't want to show you guys the lines right now. But Ryan McLeod, he's got 1 year left. He's going to be an RFA. But take a look at that skating category. 5-star, acceleration, speed, 94, 94, and he's got wheels, right? But because he's only 82 overall and a two-way forward, his face-off 75, it's not great, it's not horrible. It's an upgrade, though, from our center playmaker, that has the medium elite, and this guy has the speed, right? And then also I can extend him for what I want. So I got my eyes on Ryan McLeod there from the Buffalo Sabres, and then also from the Columbus Blue Jackets, the right winger, Yegor Chinakhov. Now, he's got 2 years left, but same thing, pure speed. Take a look at the skating category, speed 93, acceleration 93. So, if we were going to acquire a good player, we're not going to go for the 88, 87 plus overalls. That's going to cost us way too much. But if we want to trade maybe Frost for Chinakhov, Frost for McLeod, that could end up working out our way, right? So I'm going to put that out there for you guys. I'm not going to be doing it just yet. Now, let me go back to proposed trade. My bad. I got this all set up right here. Those are players that can already play in the NHL. Then I got a list of players that are basically prospects. They're not going to cost you too much, but maybe. Do you want to try it out? First up from the what's it called? The New York Rangers, right? Othman. Where is he? Oh, is he not there anymore? I thought he was available. Where is Othman? Othman. There he is. All right, so this guy, Othman, 2 years left, 78 overall, 21 years of age. He's playing in the AHL. Again, not much to go off of right there, but when you take a look at his stats, offensive awareness, 85. If you want to get something, just a little piece for the AHL, Othman could be interesting. Next up, from the Nashville Predators, you guys are more familiar with this guy. I believe he is a right winger, Joakim Kemmel. Now, this guy's got the medium elite, right? So the trade value is going to be a lot more. I wasn't specifically looking to trade for high value prospects because you don't know how they're going to work out. And again, I'd rather try to develop our players, but I thought I'd show him to you guys. Remember, we can always make these trades at the draft as well. There's no rush to do it right here. These are all going to be RFAs or rookie players. Next up, we go to the Vancouver Canucks, Lekkerimäki. And I don't know if Canuck fans want to see this guy go, but a right wing. Canucks are ready to start winning right now. 77 overall, 20 years of age, a sniper, and take a look at that shooting category, right? Already mid-80s or better as a sniper. Maybe with some good seasons, you could get his shooting up there into the 90 overall range. Defense is a little bit low, but again, how is he going to simulate? We don't know. Next up, this one's a little bit off the table, but I thought this could be a slick move as the GM of the Philadelphia Flyers. We already know about the rivalry in Pennsylvania between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Well, Pittsburgh traded a prospect to the Winnipeg Jets. His name is, where is it? Brendan Yeager, top 6, 19 years of age, 70 overall, drafted 14th by the Pittsburgh Penguins. How good would that be to get an ace in the hole, a drafted Penguin that now plays for the Pittsburgh Penguins, right? I mean, that now plays for the Philadelphia Flyers. That could be interesting. And also on this team, they had another guy, Lucius, medium top 6, 75 overall, 21 years of age, a sniper. So maybe a trade that acquires Yeager and Lucius, some center support right there. So those are essentially the prospects that didn't have too much value to them, right? But that were available. If we wanted to just acquire some pieces, unload Rasmus Ristolainen or Eric Johnson, right? Maybe we could get someone like this. Now, these are the ones that are way off the table. You guys know GM Superbman likes to use advanced analytics to try to find some really fun players, right? Next up, the Detroit Red Wings forwards. How good is this guy? Hang on. I got to find his name. Is he in here? Hang on. It's S. Soderblom. Yep, there he is. Medium top 9, 77 overall, 23 years of age, 6'8", 246 pounds. Take a look at the balance. It's in the skating category, 92 overall. I went through the league and I tried to find some players that just had ridiculous stats. Players that I could acquire that maybe could be something interesting. A 6'8" guy with 92 balance, put him on front of the net, baby. So I don't think that wouldn't cost too much to acquire. So you got Soderblom right there. Next up, we go to the Montreal Canadiens. Once upon a time, the Philadelphia Flyers used to be the Broad Street Bullies. Well, why not return to that with a guy, Pezzetta. Is his first name Michael? Michael Pezzetta. So this guy could be a fourth line for us. 26 years of age, 6'1". The reason I like this guy, in the AHL, he was going off with body checking. Take a look at that physical category. Oh my God. 90 aggression, 92 body checking, fighting skills, strength. Have him out there on the fourth line just running around. Pez, baby. Michael Pez. Get out there, right? Next up, a shot blocker from the New York Rangers. Hang on a second. I know these are some weird players, right? But I'm telling you, this is what GM Superbman does. I put the work in. Robertson, 23 years of age, 74 overall, medium top 6. Shot blocking. Look at the shot blocking and stick checking. And he actually has one of the highest shot blocking stats in the AHL. So again, not too much, but I'm looking for some funky stats right here. Next up, from the Utah Yeti. That's right, I'm calling them the Utah Yeti. Hang on. Utah. It's going to be Aku Ratti. Hang on a second. I'll show you why Ratti. This is one of the weirdest stats that I saw. Where? Defenseman, damn it. Forwards. Ratti, there it is. One of the weirdest stats in the AHL, right? So, out of all the players, look at this guy. He's played 28 games played, right? He's playing down there in the AHL. He's putting in some serious time on ice. Watch this stat. Giveaways, 9. He's only got 9 giveaways. The rest of the league was way up there. He stands alone. So, I'm thinking to myself, what, a playmaker that can actually be trusted? So, no giveaways for Atu Ratti. And two more. Last but not least, an easier trade. This guy is a pure glue guy. I love the stats on this guy. His name was Gillis, I believe. Hang on. There it is. What's his first name? Patrick Gillis. 24 years of age, 6'4", 217. So a big player, two-way forward, right? But in the AHL, I just loved his stats. Takeaways better than giveaways. Block shots. He body checks. He's got a good face-off rating. He plays 17 minutes time on ice. He penalty minutes, plus minus. Patrick Gillis, or Gillies? How do you pronounce his name? Is it Giles? Giles. Oh, man. You know what? I always screw up this name. Patrick Giles. Sorry, I said Gillies. Whoops. Patrick Giles. My bad, my man. That player just looked like he had numbers that were really good. So, I know what you're thinking. GM Superbman, what the hell are you on? We are not going to be making trades for players that are like 87, 88 overall or better. It's just going to cost too much. I'm thinking about McLeod, and I'm thinking about Chinakhov in exchange for Frost. But everyone else, it would just be dumping for second, third, fourth overall picks, or fourth round picks, or these players that I just pointed out to you guys right now. And there was one more player that could be somebody that we want to target just because, again, the Broad Street Bullies, and it's going to be Middleton from the Minnesota Wild. This guy's leading the league in fighting minutes. He's got 1 year left, 83 overall, 6'3", 219. Fighting skill, 86. He's a body checker. He just goes out there. How many penalty minutes he's got this year? 87 penalty minutes. How many times has he fought? In 38 games played, he has fought. Does it say fights? I thought on another screen it says fight. Yeah, it's on another screen. It's not that screen. But he's fought the most, all right? So I've shown you guys a bunch of players now. Twitch Scouts, YouTube Scouts, come the trade deadline. We are going to dive more into that, all right? But next up, all right, here we go. I am getting ready for this. I saved this. I was thinking about doing it before the video, but you guys all deserve to see it. It is time to figure out the line combinations and the chemistry. We've now gone through half the season. I know what I want. So Konechny, Couturier, and Michkov are all going to play on the first line. Let's see if we can improve their chemistry so we can get our first line even better. First up, Travis Konechny. Now, there was trade rumors about Konechny. Are we going to trade him before his his no movement clause kicks in. Travis, I want to talk to you about your on-ice play, and I want to talk to you about your scheme fit. Would you be willing to listen? Woo-hoo-hoo! I want you to focus on playing like a first liner, buddy, all right? I need you to buy in to Tortorella's first line strats. Got it. All right, so Travis Konechny now has been convinced to play on the first line with the first line strats. We go back to edit lines now. Let's see. Travis Konechny, bang. I all of a sudden got a +1 for the first line with Matvei Michkov, all right? Konechny now loving the first line with John Tortorella. Huge. So that just transforms Travis Konechny into a trade bait, into a serious asset for this team. We're going to try the exact same thing for Sean Couturier, all right? The older players on this team. Sean, if you're going to be the first line center for us, I need you. I'm not going to ask him to remove his trade clause. Scheme fit. Would you be willing to do it? Yes! Line 1, buddy. Get it done. You can count on me. All right, so the veterans on this team are buying into the system. Now, will Matvei Michkov, all right? So I'm jumping into Matvei Michkov. All right, on ice play. First, we're going to try to turn him into a sniper. Play style. Come on, buddy. Persuasion success 50-50. Play style. Come on, buddy. Whoa! I've come this far with my style, but if you've got something else in mind, I'm willing to hear it. All right, so we can make him a two-way, very risky. Sniper, very risky. Power forward, very risky. They're all very risky. All right, so we know we want the sniper. The fans wanted Matvei to be a sniper. Matvei, how do you feel about being a sniper, buddy? Failed! A sniper. I'm not sure my shot is up to that standard. Not gonna work. So, Matvei Michkov seems like he is going to stay a playmaker, at least for now. That's okay. That's okay. All right, but I would like to talk to you about the lines. How about this? I mean, you're playing great. I want you to win the Calder this year. Would you like to talk about this? Whoa! How about line number 1, buddy? Okay, I'll do my best. Whoa, baby. So what does our first line look like now? Now that we're halfway through the season, we know what our lines are going to look like. I got to try to maximize the chemistry on these lines, right? So let's see. +3 for your first line right now. Philly, we're going for those playoffs, baby. Bang. Now, I don't want to start messing around with other people's chemistry because we don't know what kind of trades we're going to do just yet. Are we trading for Chinakhov? Are we trading for what's his name? McLeod, right? Now, Owen Tippett, what would you guys think about Owen Tippett? Here's what I think about Owen Tippett right here, right? I could turn him into a second liner, but why not try to get Owen Tippett going on the power play instead? That way, the sniper can actually improve our power play as well. You guys all right with that? So I'm going to go to Owen Tippett. I'm going to see if I can improve his power play chemistry. So hang on a second. Tippett. Buddy, I want to talk to you right here. On ice play. You want to talk about it? What do you have in mind? Scheme fit, buddy. No, he does not want it to. Okay, so it's not going to be that easy. You're not going to just be able to do that. I'm aware my performance has been lacking. All right, don't worry about it. Owen Tippett, you keep on doing your thing. All right, I'll do this twice a year, off-season and January 1st. That's fine for Owen Tippett, so we're not going to worry about that. All right, so YouTube. You guys pretty much know what I'm doing here. I'm going to spend some time with the Twitch scouts and YouTube scouts, and we're going to go through conversations with every player that we know we want on each line, and we're going to get this ready to go and try to make the playoffs for year number 1. So let's go.
GM Superbman and the Twitch scouts would continue to negotiate with the players about team chemistry. Everything was peaceful. A little too peaceful.
Scratch players, Drysdale. We're still waiting for him to come back from injury. Fucking mother...
Over half an hour of line changes and conversations, all lost in an instant. GM Superbman would have to reload the save file and redo everything from scratch. However, another problem would quickly arise. Having to redo all the conversations was a roll of the dice each time. This would delay Superbman another 30 minutes and almost end the stream. But with the support from the Twitch and YouTube scouts, the Philadelphia Flyers GM would get his shit together despite the EA voodoo.
Holy crap, EA Sports, that is unacceptable. My game crashed after all the conversations, after all the line changes. What the hell did you do this year, EA Sports? Whether it's Be a Pro getting a hat trick, game crash, GM mode editing lines, game crash. I wonder, does the game crash when operating the auction house, the store, and Hockey Ultimate? Oh my god. Salty. freaking Petty Johnny is about to come out right now, man. I'm telling you guys. Oh, I am tilted. But we are still here. We are going to be a professional. The YouTube and Twitch scouts are here with me. They stuck with it. And look at this. With our new line combinations and our new chemistry, the Philadelphia Flyers looking a little bit better. So we successfully convinced Konechny, Couturier, and Michkov to play on the first line. And look at their freaking chemistry now with John Tortorella. It is absolutely fantastic. Second line, we tried to get Owen Tippett as a power play specialist. We want to maybe get him as a second line, or I don't know. Morgan Frost, that's the trade bait, and Farabee, we don't know. I don't want to start trying to go after chemistry for players that we don't know where they're going to play just yet, because I don't know if you can do it twice once you've done it once. Still figuring out all the rules. And defensively, we're waiting for Jamie Drysdale to come back, and then I will offer him a conversation. York, we tried to get on the power play, wasn't there, but look at the chemistry. The chemistry now looks a lot better, all right? I moved Owen Tippett into the forward position. Konechny is now on the wing, and other than that, we are pretty much good to go. So we are going to get back to simulating. We're either going to clinch the playoffs this year, or we're going to have a draft lottery selection. There are going to be some good draft picks available this season, and I'm getting a lot better with this. Watch this. Click right trigger. It goes to this screen, right? Hit the Y button. It goes to the box score screen, right? Hit the X button, and it goes to the calendar, correct? I'm hitting it too quick. I gotta wait just a little bit more. Calendar, right? Jesus, EA Sports. Make it quicker, for God's sakes. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your Philadelphia Flyers with a record of 18-16-4. Let's get back to the simulating. Game up against the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, we're still waiting for Jamie Drysdale to come back. That's a 3-2 win. The Toronto Maple Leafs, 22-12-5. Drysdale is back, but you know what? I'm going to wait until he is healthy. He's definitely not going to be healthy for this first game on the road against Toronto. So, bang, just like that against the Leafs. Poehling goes down with an abdominal strain. All right, so I got to get back to the line change screen, and that's 2 in a row. All right, with these new line combinations and the new chemistry, your Philadelphia Flyers in this simulation today are 2-0, going for that playoff run, baby. All right, so I got Jamie Drysdale. He's going to get back in there for Rasmus Ristolainen. He is fully healed. Good to know. So I want to see if we can turn Jamie Drysdale into a first liner alongside of Travis Sanheim. He's got a pinch shoot right now. Got to get him to balanced. So we'll start up a conversation with Jamie Drysdale. And you got Likesell back there, Forrester. You can play center, so let me put Forrester in that position. Likesell, you are down there instead of Poehling. So we'll go back to the conversations. We'll go back here to Jamie Drysdale, who's back from the injury. Show you guys how it works again. On-ice play. Scheme fit. Let's see. Woo! Jamie Drysdale does want to play. Line number 1. There you go. End conversation. All right, so we got a new routine set in place now for conversations. When you have a conversation, save the game. Look at these goofballs on Twitch and YouTube right now, helping a brother out. Appreciate it, boys. Save the game. Save the game. I got it. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to be saving the game every 2 seconds now. Let's just move forward. Remain professional. All right, so Jamie Drysdale has been upgraded alongside of Travis Sanheim. Do we have a +3 on our first line defensive core now? Let's see. Ooh! Sanheim and Drysdale. York and Zamula. So I just got to get York to now, I guess, the second line, right? This is looking pretty good. So after the half of the season, combination of GM Superbman, assistant GM Eric Lindros, and head coach John Tortorella, we have figured out the players that we want playing alongside of one another, and we are starting to build it. First line has been built for the forward core, and first line has been built for the defensive core. We got to just start building up everyone else, but like I said, we still might have some trades, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. So let's get back to the simulating, shall we? Let's see if the Philadelphia Flyers can keep up this winning streak. Up against the Toronto Maple Leafs again. 7-5 win. Let's go. That's 3 in a row, boyos. Out west against, oh, wait a minute. Cutter Gauthier game against the Anaheim. We're going to jump in for that one. Let's do it, all right? Dallas Stars. Poehling is back. I'll just continue right there. The Dallas Stars at home 4 in a row for your Philadelphia Flyers. That's what I'm talking about, Philly. We got ourselves a 3-point lead over the Hurricanes in a divisional playoff spot. This is fantastic. All right, Cutter game. For anyone who doesn't know, the Philadelphia Flyers first rounder for, was it last year, the year before that? I can't remember when. Cutter Gauthier did not want to play for Philly, so they traded him to the Anaheim Ducks. He's probably playing for Anaheim, so first period, 0-0 tie. Second period, 1-0 lead for your Philadelphia Flyers. Goal by Travis Konechny. Let's go with times 8 simulation. Let's see how we play here. Going for 5 in a row. Half away. Oh my God. Grinder looking for Cutter out there on the ice. Ends up finding the puck and putting it in the back of the net. Good job. Woo! Forster on the 4th line, is it? The 3rd line? I think it's the 4th line. And your Philadelphia Flyers, ever since the intervention, the coaching intervention, the chemistry intervention, have been looking real good. 3-0 victory for the Flyers right there over the Ducks. There you go, Cutter. Don't want to play in Philly. Have fun in Anaheim, bud. All right, very nice. Next up, okay, big 4-game road. Yeah, it's on the road essentially, except for the Florida game. Florida Atlantic, Columbus Metro, Islanders Metro, New Jersey Metro. All right, this is huge. You got some, oh wow, New Jersey. I look at this run right here to the end of the month. To the end of the month is going to be massive. Let's go. All right, we can do ourselves a huge favor here. So I got Paling. I got to get back in the lineup. Paling, that's a 6-4 loss. Yeah, that's a 6-4 loss to Florida. We got the division. Let me get Paling back in there. We want to have our full team. Hang on a second. Do it the right way. So who does, is it Forster goes in there? It's Likesell, right? Likesell goes onto the wing. So I'll put Forster back on the wing, and I'll replace a Likesell with Paling, and I think that actually gives us, yeah, it gives us that +1 on the 4th line now. So Matvei Michkov, let's see, -23, he's getting some points now. I'm hoping that he's ahead of, damn, Matvei. Did Matvei just get some points in the last few sims? Look at that, getting a point per game player. Come on, Matvei Michkov. That's what I love to say. Oh, that's what I love to see. Save the game again, Johnny? No, I'm not gonna save the game every freaking 2. If it breaks again, then I can't play the game. You know, EA Sports has got to drop a patch. So whatever. I'm going ahead. I'm going into the future. All right. So here we go. Divisional opponents, 3 in a row. Columbus, Islanders, and the Devils on the road. First up, the Columbus Blue Jackets just hanging on to above 500. 9-4 win. Matvei. Holy crap, we're scoring goals. Next up, the Islanders, huge game. They got 24 wins. We got a lot more regulation losses. They're second in the division with 2 games in hand on us. Huge game against the Islanders. That's it. Okay, we got a point. I'll take the point. All right, now we are we're simulating good. I'll take that. The New Jersey Devils. We want to bury the Devils. The Devils are 23-23-1. They're behind us. They're catching back up. Bury them, Philly. Bury them. Come on. Ooh, regulation loss. All right, so a win, a shootout loss, and a loss. So basically even. 1, 1, 1 over those last 3 games. Game logs, John. You guys want to take a look at some of the game logs? You know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea with the chemistry now. Let's take a look at Matvei Michkov and how he's been playing with some of those box scores. That last game, the 9-4 game, was huge. Entire league. Let me just look at the Metro, shall we? All right, so we are right, where are we? January, what day are we? The 21st, right? So that's our next upcoming game. Philadelphia versus the New Jersey Devils. Don't worry about that game. Philly versus the Islanders. Don't worry about that game. Philly versus Columbus. Let's see this. 9 goals. Who got the points in this one? 4-point night for Lawton. 3, plus 5 for Lawton. Oh my God. Michkov with 2 assists with a -1. Sealer +4. We just went off on that game, man. So we're scoring goals. That's good to see. All of a sudden, with the chemistry, back to scoring. I could do more box score stuff, but you know what? It's that's more of like a playoff thing. It's more of like when you really have to focus on the games. But like we know what our team is. We got all the same players everywhere, and I got to play the guys on the top 6. So it is what it is. Up against the Detroit Red Wings, Atlantic Division team. That's a 4-1 loss. All of a sudden, we've lost 3 in a row again. The Rangers, 23-23, and the Islanders. All right, so man, here we go. 5 games in the Metro. What can we do? Up against the New York Rangers. That's a shootout loss. Not looking good. Islanders. Let's see. That's a win. Here we go. Devils again. Devils, they are on a winning streak. The Devils are on their way back up. Come on. We got to beat them here. Take 2 from them. They already got the regulation win on the 18th. Here on the 27th, we have back-to-back. Oh, Sean Couturier goes down. It's like 2 weeks as well. All right, I got to do some line changes here. Power of video editing. Okay, so we made the line changes. Couturier is out of there. We got the win against the Devils, though. Another win. Come on. Up against the New Jersey Devils. The third time this month. Nashville Predators have fired head coach Andrew Brunette. Now, that's really cool, right? Now, when head coaches get fired, boom, we actually got the name. So, Andrew Brunette, how good of a head coach is he? Should we go after him? Fire John Tortorella right now? Hang on a second. Andrew Brunette, a forward head coach, A-. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, there he is, Andrew Brunette. So the new coaching update definitely adds a different layer to your GM mode, all right? But we're not doing anything there. We're not doing anything there. Back to the calendar. So we just won back-to-back against the New Jersey Devils. That is huge for not only our playoff run, but to bury the Devils, who are now back to being 27-25-1. The Islanders look like they are having a great season. But yeah, we're 5 points in. Oh my God, keep the good times a-rolling, boyos. Philadelphia Flyers, that's a 3-1 loss. All right, so my new rule, when I get to the end of the month rather than the first, I want to click on the activity feed just to see if we got any stories around the NHL right now, right? So, any trading? No. Any signings? What the hell? New game, new glitch. Contract extensions? No. Injuries? Couturier's out. Any huge injuries in there? 4 to 5 weeks. Kemper? No, nothing massive. Oh, this does go back quite a distance. Oh, why does it go back so far now? It goes back to the beginning of the month? Oh, it goes the last month. All right, so it goes the last 30 days, no matter what. So I don't have to start on the, or stop on the 31st. There was just nobody else. Okay, cool. So let's get back to simulating, ladies and gentlemen. There's no point in taking a look at our team stats or our player stats. I want to get to the trade deadline in this video, all right? So we got the All-Star break coming up. Let's get through the Pittsburgh Penguins and see what the Philadelphia Flyers look like. Our captain, Sean Couturier, should be back after the All-Star break. So a win against Colorado, a win against Utah. Wow. Washington, big game. A loss, we got a point. And Pittsburgh, divisional opponent. That's, wow, your freaking Philadelphia Flyers are on fire right now, ladies and gentlemen. Tied for second with Pittsburgh in the Metro. Crazy. 10 games above 500. Good job. Don Tortorella got this team playing, ladies and gents. So am I making a trade for like a Ryan McLeod or a Chinakhov, right? We're gonna go for the Stanley Cup this year. Trade deadline right around the corner. Morgan Frost is the big trade asset because I don't know if we want to use him in the future. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? If we got a chance to make the playoffs and break this streak that Philly's been on 4 years in a row, we can do it. So let me get Sean Couturier back in there. All right, Philadelphia. So we are back to being full health. Sean Couturier, our captain, is back in the lineup. We actually don't have any injuries right now. No, Ristolainen, Delory, and Alexel back there. So let's get back to simulating. Up against the Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid. And then we got Crosby and Pittsburgh. Oh, back-to-back against Pittsburgh. Huge 2 games. So up against Edmonton after the All-Star break. I wonder who won in 4 Nations. Ooh, 4-0 loss. All right, so Pittsburgh, they are second in the division. We are only 2 points behind them with a game in hand. Huge series right here. Huge effing series. First game against the Penguins. That is Lehigh Valley. How do you pronounce that, by the way? Lehigh? Replaces player. There you go. Robert Hagg. Vegas is putting this guy on waivers. Let me see. 77 overall. Nah, the stats really. Lehigh. Thank you, boys. Nah, that ain't gonna do. We got the trade deadline upcoming. Let's just take our time. So a 3-2 regulation loss to Pittsburgh right there. Come on, just split it. Get that W right now. Split it. All right, we split it with the Penguins. I'll take that. Now we go out west for a game against Winnipeg. Come back home to face 2 Western Conference teams, Calgary and Winnipeg. And there we go. We got the trade deadline. So a shootout loss right there. Multiple players on our AHL squad. Let's not worry about that. Let's get past the Calgary game. Couturier has been injured with an injured knee. Estimated return is March 10th. All right, so we are in March right now. That's a 4-2 win over Calgary and a 6-1 loss against the Winnipeg Jets. All right, so we are right there at the trade deadline. So before I start talking with the Twitch and YouTube scouts, let us do a little bit of math and see if it's realistic for us to make the playoffs here in year number 1, right? So take a look at the right side. 72 points. The Capitals can easily catch us. The Hurricanes can easily catch us. The Devils can easily catch us. So even though we're currently in a playoff spot, a simple losing streak would lose that spot for us. Now, the Atlantic, are they taking the 2 divisional spots? 71, 74 Canadian. Yeah. So I think the way it's looking, we have to anticipate the Metro only having the top 3 teams make it in. We only have 4 points up, and we don't even have they got a game in hand, the Capitals. So I got to be honest with you guys. I don't see us being a playoff-bound team. If we make it, that's great. But I don't see us going making crazy trades to try to get into the playoffs, right? So I showed you guys what I'd be willing to do. Forrester for McLeod, Forrester for Chinakhov. That's the one I'm thinking of. But then again, like, are we going to make the playoffs? Should I give this team a chance? Let us jump into the trade deadline and see what we got. All right, we're just going to jump in there. Couturier is available to play. I'll get him back in there. I'll probably have to do all the lines again. Seller, I'm going to keep the current trade block. Let's just see what's available. Entering to the trade deadline. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so you got Jared Spurgeon. You got Ryan O'Reilly, veterans. You got William Karlsson, not going for any of these guys. Michael Granlund, not doing that. Ivan Provorov, bring him back, baby. Carter Nyquist, Kuzmenko, Adam Larson, Zucker. All right. Okay. So, I don't feel like acquiring any of those players, all right? But I would like to do some tests. So, the players that we want to get rid of, right? The first one was Frost. Not Forrester, sorry, Frost. Hang on a second. A trade alert. The Pittsburgh Penguins have traded a third and Pulya Harvey to Dallas in exchange for C. Kyrou. C. Kyrou is a top 4 offensive defenseman prospect, and I don't know that Tiffin C guy. So, Pittsburgh looking to unload? Interesting. So, Frost. If I put him on the open market, what do we got coming back? Kevin Shattenkirk and a third. Not interested in that. First from Boston this year. Ooh, now they're probably a really good team, the Boston Bruins, but I could get a first from Boston this year. Pretty good. Boston looking for some young players of the future, right? So that one is an interesting one. Korpisalo and 2/3, all right? Kuzmenko and a third, all right? A second and a third, all right? Unger Sorum and 2/3. Taylor Hall. Provorov, I could bring him back. 2 seconds from New Jersey. A first and a fourth from the Islanders. A second and a third from the Ottawa Senators. Granny Smith. 2 seconds from Tampa Bay. 2 seconds from Utah. 2 seconds in Patterson from Vancouver. A Ratty, a fourth and a fifth. A second in Trevor Van Riemsdyk. A first and a third from Winnipeg. Jaeger. Jaeger, remember that? I pointed that one out. And Lucius. Okay. So, do we want first rounders? So, first off, Boston, right? Edit trade. Let's see. What record does Boston have right now? 40, 20, and 4. Now, they might miss the playoffs, to be honest. They could end up missing that out. But then I'm not getting a roster player back, right? So, hang on a second. Trade alert here. The Vegas Golden Knights trade McNabb and a third to the Toronto Maple Leafs in Easton Cowan and Namella. The Toronto Maple Leafs are all in. Bye-bye prospects for the Leafs. They are loading up, baby. Oh, my God, Toronto. What have you done for Easton Cowan? Whatever. I'm not the GM of that team. They're probably going to have Mitch Marner walk to free agency as well. All right, so the Boston Bruins look like they're going to be too good. I got to be honest with you guys. We already have 3 first-rounders for this year. Just getting more, I don't think that works. We got to turn Frost into a roster player. The San Jose Sharks trade Granny Smith to Vancouver in exchange for Atu Ratti in a second. Granny Smith going to Vancouver. So let's go to the Columbus Blue Jackets, 26, 25, and 11. I actually like the Buffalo Sabres pick a little bit better. 32, 26, and 3, but they do not want Frost. All right. They do not want Frost. So, let me see here. If you wanted to get rid of McLeod, what would you guys be willing to do? Hang on a second. I got to find the trade. I got to, hang on. I'm way out of the place. Find trade. Hang on a second. Another trade alert. The Calgary Flames trade Kuzmenko to Winnipeg in exchange. Oh, there goes Jaeger. There goes Jaeger for Winnipeg. That ain't happening. Kuzmenko to Winnipeg. Interesting. So, find trade. Hang on a second here. Find trade for the Buffalo Sabres. All right, where are you? Buffalo. There you go. Buffalo Sabres. And let's see. Where is the center? I need ya. All right. Do they want to get rid of him? Oh, I thought they wanted to get rid of him. McLeod. There he is. All right, so McLeod. The speed Ryan McLeod. If I go to find trade, a second and grains. Okay, I'd do that. Andre, defenseman, and a 4th. I'd do that. And oh my God, hell yeah. What do you guys think? I think that one right there, the second rounder from this season. Basically, if I'm turning a second rounder into Ryan McLeod, I still have all of my first. That's pretty damn good. Edit trade. So let me just see this. Now, you guys already know GM Superbman likes to make it nice and fair here. So Grands is not much. It's really the draft pick. They're looking for draft picks. Yeah, so Grands is not much. All right, so hang on a second. So I want McLeod, all right? I'm willing to give you guys. So I know you guys don't want to give up seconds, but we already have 3 firsts, right? So, and Colorado and Edmonton, these are not going to be lottery selections. So look at these first as really good seconds. We already have tons, right? I think a second for a guy that you're going to be using and that you could maybe sign long-term because his contract is up, right? He's got the speed alongside of Owen Tippett. That's not that bad. So I wouldn't mind giving them a second in this deal, all right? The Ottawa Senators, they're going to trade a third, and Davies to Tampa Bay in exchange for a second, a third, and all right, so it's just a bunch of nothing. McLeod. So they still have Dylan Cousins. They still have Tage Thompson down the middle. Hang on a second. Skaters matching the block. Goalies matching the block. No, I'm not going to give you there. So my best prospects, Bonk, Andre, you know what? I would give them this guy. You guys all right with me trading away Emile Andre, offensive defenseman? He looks like he could be something, but I already have York and I already have Drysdale. You got your 2 offensive defensemen. I know he's good, guys, but you got your 2 offensive defensemen, and they're both young. Drysdale's 24. He's the same age. Yeah, you know what, guys? Sorry. They want Grons. Yeah, but I got to make it a little bit better for them. Grons is no. I'm gonna go Andre right there. I'm going to get Andre. That would at least be a little bit fair. You know what I mean? So, green light, red light, ladies and gentlemen. I want to make sure that I am not fleecing the computer. Before we make this trade, let's take a look for Ryan McLeod's individual stats here. What does he do? 61 games played. I don't care about the plus minus. Put him on a good team. He doesn't take a ridiculous amount of penalties. Does not shoot the puck, which is good. We want him passing the puck to Owen Tippett, right? Doesn't have a great shooting percentage. Overpay. No. I can turn him into a penalty killer. He hits. He takes the puck away more than he gives it away, and he's got the speed, and he's a center with better face-offs than Frost. I really do think that's the right way to go, boys. All right, so yeah, I'm going to do that. So if I'm trading away a second for this year, because the value is on our side, I would wait a minute, trade alert. The Carolina Hurricanes trade Unger Sorum and Gunler to Pittsburgh in exchange for a third, Anthony Beauvillier and Matt Nieto. So it looks like Pittsburgh is, unloading a little bit. Draft picks. All right, so Buffalo, I will take next year's 7th rounder in there. All right, so the way I see it, GM Superbman's very first trade here with the Philadelphia Flyers, trading away the 5th best draft pick for this season. Wait a minute, the Columbus Blue Jackets trade Dante Fabro, a 4th and a 6th to Vegas in exchange for Nicholas Waugh. All right, and a prospect defenseman who's basically ready to go. He's 23 years of age, 77. You got to start playing him, but we already have 2 offensive defensemen that are the same age and are way better, so that's expendable for me. I think that's a good trade. Twitch Scouts, YouTube Scouts, what do you guys think? I got red everywhere. Tell me why. Is it not fair? Am I giving up too much? Is it something that you don't want? What do we got? Hextall, slow down. I came late. Why does Johnny want McLeod? Speed. I want to get speed alongside of Owen Tippett, and if we can also move him to the left wing as well. We don't want McLeod. I want McLeod. Too much. All right, so they're saying too much, which means that GM Superbman is not fleecing the AI. So, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The first trade by GM Superbman for Philadelphia. He is going to send a prospect defenseman who needs the chance to play a 2nd-round pick, which is the 5th best draft pick for this season, in exchange for the speedster, the big speedster, Ryan McLeod. Will it go through? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Bang! I doubt anybody in Buffalo will think we came out on the short end of the stick. All right, so I did not fleece the game. There it is. GM Superbman makes his first move. Now I'm going to have to do some line changes after that, all right? All right. Now, I still want to give up on Frost. So let's go back to Frost. Now, we can trade Frost for that first rounder because I gave up a second for McLeod, right? We can get that pick back with the first rounder if you guys want. So hang on a second. Well, let's go back to Frost. All right, there he is. There it is. Frost for Chinakhov. The fans want Chinakhov, the other player that I scouted. So let's see Edit trade. Let's see if they're willing to get rid of Chinakov. Now, Chinakov is a sniper, and we already have Mitchkov, who seems to be shooting, and Tippett, who seems to be shooting, right? So, I don't need to go for all of them. Chinakov or Frost, right? Just straight up like that. I mean, they'd want it. The only thing is, where do you put Chinakov? You Chinakov, McLeod, and I think this is too much right now, guys. I think this is too much right now. We don't know how Chinakov is going to play, and it's just too much. I made the McLeod trade. I think that's too much. No, I got to say no to that one right now. I got to say no to that one right now. It's too much. You could put him on the second line, but I don't know if him and Tippett are going to play well with one another. Big bodies and speed, yeah, but it's too... It's too close, you know what I mean? But I will say, I will check out one thing. Fine trade. It's 9:30. I got plenty of time. We'll check out one thing here. Columbus Blue Jackets, right? So if I go back to Columbus, Vegas trades a second and a fourth and Hutton to Ottawa in exchange for a second and Gaudette, all right? Right wingers. If I go to Chinakov, what kind of trades would you want? Bonk, Bjarnson, and Hathaway. Barkey, Bjarnson, Hathaway. A Colorado Avalanche first and Garnet Hathaway. So that's interesting. Oh, that's Marchenko. What? Marchenko? Oh, right. I can't do this anymore. Right. The new game, new glitch. Okay, fine. Whatever. Oh, God. Okay. All right, so GM Superb Man is going to say a hard no on Chinakov. He's got 1 year after this year. Could be somebody that we acquire in the future, but for right now, that's a big no. Now, I'm going to go off the board here, and I'm going to make a trade that I want to make, all right? You guys might disagree with this, but after my advanced analytics scouting, I'm going to get some of these players. First up, from the Detroit Red Wings. Is his first name Emil? Soderblom, baby. I'm getting him. 92 balance, 6'8", Elmer Soderblom, 246 pounds. Let's see if we can turn this behemoth into something out there, all right? So Soderblom. The Rangers trade Berard, Chemler, Scanlon to Calgary in exchange for a bunch of draft picks. All right. So what are we giving up for this guy? Barnson, no. I'll give you one of these guys. You want Rasmus Ristolainen? Yo, Detroit, you want the Iser plan, but no, you know what? I'm not going to cheese that. Yeah, that's a big contract. They're not going to take that. Rasmus Ristolainen for him. That'd be funny, man. Get rid of Risto? No, Iserman would do that. Now, with 3 years left, it's too much. I'm not going to screw over another team with free agency coming up. I'm not going to do that. I'll give you the prospect. This guy with 2 years left, and this guy Samson. All right, you want some young prospects over there, Detroit? I'll give you the one guy, straight up, 1 for 1, prospect for prospect. Samson for Soderblom. All right, will it go through? Bang! There it is. The Iser plan doesn't believe in the behemoth. GM Superb Man does. All right, Soderblom. Bang! There it is. I'm targeting the players that I want. Next up, I want Pez. From Montreal. Colorado Avalanche trade Olsen and a fifth to the St. Louis Blues in exchange for a third, Perunovich and Alexandrov. All right, good. Next up, I got, where is he? Is he a right winger? Pez. Left winger, Pez. Pezzetta, they want to give him up. Perfect. All right, so you guys want Pezzetta. Who do you want? Skaters matching the block. Let me see. How much cap space does Montreal have? They got tons. If they want Ristolainen. Nah, they got all the young players. Let's not. Yeah, I don't want to screw around with the game. Nashville trades Gustav Nyquist to New Jersey in exchange for a prospect and a third. All right, so getting a little bit stronger over there. McDonald. There you go. You can have this guy, McDonald. Let's see. 22 years of age, 73 overall. Hunter McDonald drafted in the 6th round. They want him. They want to give up Pezzetta. Ladies and gentlemen, I am just going after the players that I have looked for. Bang. There it is. All right, bang. There it is. Johnny, don't forget the clock. I know I still got Morgan Frost. I know I can unload him. Don't worry. I got Pezzetta. Robertson, I don't want. Ratty, I don't want. Giles. Giles, I want. So hang on. Proposed trade. Islanders trade at first to the Anaheim Ducks in exchange for Vetrano. All right, that's a big one. Leave it up to the Islanders to trade more for their freaking Islander-style players, man. A first for Frank Vetrano. Got it. Carolina. No. It was Florida. Florida Panthers. Giles. I need you, buddy. Giles, I need you, buddy. Giles, where are you? Bang. Bottom 6. They don't want to give him up. That's all right. Doesn't have much. Let me get, I got 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, John. You got a boogie, buddy. You got a boogie. Anybody with multiple years left? 4 years left. Sealer, Paling. I'll hold on to Paling. Any of you guys? 2 years left. Delorier. Oh, he's in the NHL. No, he's in the AHL. Delorier, you want Delorier? You want Delorier? You know what? Florida wants a tough guy for the playoff run. Delorier, perfect. I can unload that 1.7. I'm not going to need him going forward. He's 33. He's getting older. He's going to drop off. Delorier for Giles. Bang, straight up. Boom. There it is. Absolute no-brainer. Thank you, Florida. Thank you, Florida. That is a cap dump, and we just got ourselves another player. Now, not a lot of time left, ladies and gentlemen. 45 minutes. The plan was to get rid of Frost right here, right now, while we got some value to him, all right? Yeah, let's see what we can get. What are we going to get for him? What are we going to get? Frost. So we taking Boston's first. Boston. I might as well get the first. First from Boston. Seconds. A first from Winnipeg. So Boston had like a 40-20 record. Let's see Winnipeg's record. I got 30 minutes left. I got time. Winnipeg. Which team is going to have the tougher time making the playoffs? You know what? Let's send them to the West. Yeah. And you know what? This was the Winnipeg Jets were a team that GM Superman made history with. We traded Ryan McDonough to Winnipeg. We got ourselves Ukraine Wayne. Maybe with the draft lottery selection, lucky from the Winnipeg Jets, I'm going to do it. I'm sending them to the Winnipeg Jets, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to straight up draft picks. Next year's first? No, you know what? They're not going to want to trade away next year's first. Let's just take away this year's first, all right? This year's first, straight up for Frost. A 1-for-1 deal. Well, the Winnipeg Jets trade. No! They trade their first to the Seattle Kraken in exchange for Adam Larson and Sprong. I got left. Oh, wow. They stole it from me, dude. That was like I was on the phone with the GM and a better trade came through. Damn. All right, Boston it is. Shit. I got 13 minutes left. Propose trade, you fool. GM Superman. All right, this is where you make the big bucks. This is where you make the big bucks, you idiot. Frost. Bang. Boston. Boston. Fuck. Boston. Draft picks. This year's, and I want next year's third as well, Boston. I want next year's third as well, right? He's a prospect. He's young. You need centers of the future. 5 minutes left. Frost for a first and a third from the Boston Bruins. Will it go through? Bang! And right at the end of the trade deadline, the Philadelphia Flyers acquire a first and a third for next year. First for this year and a third for next year, and the trade deadline has come to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, GM Superman has officially made his moves. Now you know, save the fucking Hayden Fleury. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. View player info. 79 overall, 6'4", 28 years of age. I will claim him. Thank you very much. Save the freaking game. Save the game right now, you fool. Overwrite. Create new file. Create a new file. There you go. Locked in, ladies and gentlemen. It is effing locked in. All right, so now I know I'm going to have to do a lot of line changes right here. Oh, I got to go. Power of video editing. We'll bring it back, YouTube. Okay, so here is your new look Philadelphia Flyers. Second line center, Ryan McLeod. 6'3", 188. That speed that I'm talking about. And you know what? He's actually decent for the second line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a conversation with Ryan McLeod, see if he likes it here. He's all right on the power play. He's all right on the penalty kill. All right, so one acquisition right there to try and help us out a little bit. But good news. You're going to see it here in a second with the contract extensions. AHL, my 3 acquired players, Michael Pezzetta, Pez. These guys I'm loading up for next year for the 4th line, all right? So we can acquire some new free agents. Elmer Soderblom and Patrick Giles. GM Superman going off the table with some AHL out of the ordinary players. Soderblom is an incredible balanced player. Giles is just well overall, and Pezzetta is the body-checking menace, all right? So there you go. I put the work in, boys. I put the work in. So first up, let's take a look at that is the AHL. Let's take a look at the conversations for our newest acquisition, Ryan McLeod. Now I'd be perfectly fine with you playing second line ice time, buddy. So on ice play, and I can also turn him into a left wing with that speed. But let's just see if we can work on the scheme fit right now. All right, so we just traded for him. He doesn't want to start to work on anything just yet. I'm all right with that. We can do that multiple times, all right? Multiple times a year. He's already working on the second line, so that's not that bad. So we'll wait on Ryan McLeod right there, all right? Next up, though, we want to go to the contract situation. Now, we have tons of money for next year. We just got rid of Frost, so we're not going to have that contract to worry about. But Cam York, good news, he wants a 5-year deal at 4.5. Now, I could raise that that, but then the number goes up to 5. 5 years, he's 24, it'll take him up to 29, and no movement clauses needed. That is a perfect contract. I am just going to go ahead with that. Bang. 5 at 4.5. It shouldn't take me too long to decide about your extension. Real good deal, right? Eric Johnson, I could have traded him, but you know what? We're going for the playoffs, and he's actually better than Rasmus Ristolainen, so I'm going to keep him. Ryan McLeod, he also wants to be signed. And here's where GM Superbman does his work. Only wants 2 years at $2 million. Not an expensive player. Well, what about an 8-year deal, buddy? I can go all the way up here. You know what? Instead of going something crazy, let's keep him on the same contract as Cam York. We just extended Cam York 5 years. Let's extend Ryan McLeod 5 years as well. And we'll give him $3 million per. Ooh, I can go down a little bit. Hang on, 2.7. No. We'll max it out. We'll max it out just like Cam York did, all right? There you go. So 5 times 4.5 for Cam York and 5 times 3 for Ryan McLeod. Both players signed with no clauses included in the deal. So if they don't work out, it'll still be good trade assets for the future. I didn't like Frost. These two guys I do like. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Cates, I'm not going to sign. Forrester, I'm not going to sign these guys just yet. I want to see what kind of jump they get in the offseason. I can also trade them as RFAs. Don't know what third, fourth line. Don't know what I want to use them on just yet. And goaltenders, yeah, we got nothing there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Let me save the game again just because we don't need any shenanigans happening. Overwrite, and now it comes down to, will the Philadelphia Flyers make the playoffs in year number 1? Take a deep seat. Here we effing go. How many games left we got? We have played 63 games on the season. We got 19 games remaining. We have to win at least 10 of them. Without question, we have to get 10 W's in the final games. If we go 10-9, I don't think we're going to get in. So I'm hoping maybe 10-5-4, something like that. 11-4-4. We have to get to at least 10 wins. So here we go. The big games are going to be the Metro and even the Atlantic because we're fighting in the division. So here we go. Up first, the Seattle Kraken. What kind of game we got here? John Tortorella, get to work, buddy. Manage the players. A 5-2 win. Beautiful. Now, because we just made trades, I would love to see the box score for that 5-2 win. Hang on a second. I want to see how Ryan McLeod played. There he is. There he is. So the game-winning goal went to Travis Sanheim. Philly stats, let's see. Michkov with a 4.9. Whoa! Ryan McLeod, a -2, but 2 assist night in his debut for the Philadelphia Flyers. And the trade acquisition by GM Superbman already paying dividends right there. He might have set up Matvei Michkov. Beautiful. All right. So we got to get a Ryan McLeod emo going, man. All right, so let's get back to the calendar and let's get some simulating done. Up next, the New Jersey Devils. We beat them twice, and look at them. They are right now in 6th in the division. We got to beat them. Come on, Philly. Got to beat them. Destroy them. Ryan McLeod, I accept your offer. Ryan McLeod has been extended. I didn't know what was coming in there. Ryan McLeod has been extended for the next 5 years. He will be playing in Philadelphia, and no movement clauses attached. And Cam York as well. So there is GM Superbman's moves in year number 1. The extensions, getting rid of Frost and bringing in Ryan McLeod and getting a bunch of AHL talent. But a 4-2 loss to the New Jersey Devils right there. Ottawa Senators, they are not going to make the playoffs. We need to get 2 points against them. Yep, there you go. All right, so we got 2 wins. 2 out of 3. Looking good. Tampa Bay, top of the division. Atlantic, if we lose, fine. That's the right team to lose to if you're going to have to get some losses in there. Fine, let it be. Carolina, the Hurricanes. They are down there in 6th. They are 6 games above 500, 72 points, a massive game against the Carolina Hurricanes. Come on now, Philadelphia. Regulation 2-1 loss. Yikes, that's a rough one. And this is a tight race in the Metro, man. Again, another game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. If we're going to lose to them, so be it. Obviously, we want as many points as we can get. Zanetti replace him, but again, we're not catching them. They're the Atlantic. They're already in the playoffs, and we got 2. You know what? with 2 games against Tampa Bay. The fact that we came away with 2 points, I'll take that. Next up, Washington. The Capitals are behind us by 3 points with a game in hand. Huge game here. One of the last games in the season, Buffalo. No, let's not jump in. Let's just go with this. This is what we have to do right now. Up against the Washington Capitals, a regulation loss. Losing to the wrong teams here, ladies and gentlemen. The Flyers are still holding on to that divisional playoff spot, 78 points. The Atlantic has the, Okay, so the wild card position is 77. It's right there, man. All right, so we're going out west. Dallas and Chicago. I need 2 points. I need at least 2 points. 3 would be really nice. Dallas, Brian Zanetti. I will just go. That is best lines for the AHL squad. A shootout. Oh, back-to-back wins for the Philadelphia Flyers. Huge shootout win against Dallas and a huge 4-3 win against the Chicago Blackhawks right there. Absolutely massive performance, and we've just got ourselves into second in the divisional hunt. Second. Where's the wild card? 84. The wild card is 79. We have ourselves a 3-point gap, but the Capitals have 2 games in hand. Damn. Check the stats against Dallas. No, I'm locked in right now. We're on the playoff hunt. Atlantic Division, the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs are, you know what? Here we go. If we can catch the Leafs, that's not bad as well. They could be a wild card team when it's all said and done. The Leafs 7-5 loss. All right. Les Montréal Canadiens 34-27-9. Same thing. Same thing. Yeah, the Canadians are battling for that wild card spot. We're still in second. Need a W. Need a W. Ooh, 6-4 win. Nice job. The Buffalo Sabres. Frost. Oh, no. The former freaking Philadelphia Flyer. Let's see. Maybe this game, if we lose, we can take a look at the box score because it's Morgan Frost. Probably go off. A 4-1 win for your Philadelphia Flyers. It's getting serious, Philly. We have a 5-point gap. Now, they got games in hand, but this is getting serious, Philly. This is getting serious. Is GM Superman in year 1 going to break the playoff drought for the Philadelphia Flyers? The Nashville Predators. Let's see. Don't start Carter Hart. That's the only player I don't need in there, man. 5-4 victory for your Philadelphia Flyers. They get to 40 wins on the season. Let's simulate up to this game against the Montreal Canadiens. Oh my God. We are almost there, man. I got to get some math going right here. 99. The Islanders are in the playoffs. Hurricanes with the wild card at 82. We just got to stay above the Hurricanes at 82. We got ourselves a 6-point gap. They got 1 game in hand. If they get to 84, 2 games. I mean, we got to get to like 40. We got to get to like another 5 points, I think. Another 5 points should do it. 93 points might do it. Game up against the Montreal Canadiens. Again, let's see. The Canadiens on the road in the Bell Center. Zamula has been injured with an injured arm. Estimated return is April 12th. All right, so Rasmus Ristolainen going to go in there. An overtime win for your Philadelphia Flyers. I don't believe it. They are going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Unless they drop the ball, they're going to do it. Yeah, let me get Zamula back in there. This is the season. This is the season. This is the season. We got to get it going, man. John Tortorella having the conversation of a lifetime with all these players, man, figuring out who they want to play with, what the chemistry should be, and they've turned it around. Let's see that we haven't clinched 90 points, 4 points ahead of the Hurricanes now, with the same amount of games in hand. We just got to win 2 more, I think. The Rangers, the New York Rangers. Rangers are not even in the playoffs. That's crazy. A point, I'll take that. That's a point right there against the New York Rangers. Next up, the Islanders, top team in our division right here. 91 points. Oh, God. If we lose this, it might get real tight. Hang on a second. The Islanders, top of our division. Can we beat them? Let's see. Oh, regulation loss. All right, so Hurricanes are 2 points behind us with 2 games left. Capitals are 3 points behind us with 2 games left. I think we're ahead of the Devils now. We just need like a point. We just need like a point. All right, so 3 games left. Let's jump in for some real-time simulation. We need heroes. We need you guys to stop the drought for the playoffs. Up against Ottawa in the nation's capital. First period, 1-1 tie. Owen Tippett and Claude Giroux. That ain't right, buddy. How are you going to do that to your former team? The Ottawa Senators Senators are nowhere to be found, all right? Claude, you put it in your own net, and I'll hire you. I'll sign you in free agency, all right? You're just a little bit under the table. Claude Giroux, second period. Yeah, buddy. Bobby Brink. Claude Giroux, listen to me. I'm telling you. And the third period, can the Philadelphia Flyers clinch the playoffs? Bang! An empty netter by Matvei Michkov. He puts the freaking cherry on top. That should be it, ladies and gentlemen. Philly should be back in the playoffs. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, Philly. One win. It's clinched. It's fucking clinched, baby. John Tortorella, Eric Lindros, and GM Superbman get the Philadelphia Flyers into the playoffs in year number 1. All right, so to hell with the draft lottery. Ain't happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's simulate to the end of the regular season, and we see where we sit. There's going to be playoff hockey once again in Philadelphia. About effing time, man. Up against the Buffalo Sabres, last game of the regular season. That's a 2-1 loss. That's all right. 43-30-9 on the season. Save the effing game right now, you fool. Locked in. Alrighty-roo. Way to go, boys. So let's take a look at some of these stats and see where we sit. Team stats. Oh my God. The Philadelphia Flyers had an incredible second half to the season. We started scoring goals. Philadelphia, we got our goal scoring to above 3 goals for per game. Damn, man. Incredible scenes. Power play goals. No, we're not going to worry about that. Goals against average. There you go. Now, goals against per game. My God. So we're allowing the most goals still for per game. Our goal scoring saved us. Holy crap. Power play percentage, 18.2%. Penalty kill percentage, 85. Ooh, yeah. So our special teams really turned it around. Nice job, guys. Entire league. Your President's Trophy winners. Yeah, so our draft picks were the top 2 best teams in the NHL, and the Boston Bruins also made the playoffs. So all 4 of our first-round picks are not lottery selections. It could be good, could be bad. It doesn't matter, right? We're in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. That's all that matters. Player stats. Let's see what we got here for these guys. Forwards, hang on a second. 90? Who got 90? Michkov! What? Oh my God, Matvei Michkov. Where did that come from? Matvei, once we got the chemistry set on the first line, this guy went to town. I think it was the power play as well. Owen Tippett helping out on the power play. Damn, Matvei. Rookie of the year for sure. All right, never mind. We don't need to turn him into a sniper. He's fine the way he is. 30 goals, 60 assists, 90 points, minus 13. And how many penalty minutes? 8 penalty minutes. Lady Bing, maybe. Nice job. Travis Konechny, 60. Jesus, Michkov. How did he have 27 more points than... time on ice? Let's see, time on ice. It's the same. That is crazy. I don't know what Michkov did. He shoots the puck, yeah. And so does Owen Tippett. So Owen Tippett, 34 goals. Michkov, all right. Very good. Let's see what Ryan McLeod did when he got here to Philadelphia. All right, minus 11. Relax, guys. I'll take it. Relax. He didn't cost us that much. 3.5 mil per year, or 3 mil per year. We got to get the chemistry going, right? Got to build him up on that second line still just yet. Not great. I know. Defensively, Travis Sanheim, 49 points. Jamie Drysdale, 42. And Jamie, he grew to an 85. Oh, he's going to cost a lot, man. York, we got locked up as well. All these minus players. What? And goaltenders. What? How did we make the playoffs? I don't even know. Our special teams, man. I think it was our power play at the end of the year. Holy crap. Makes no sense, but whatever. Doesn't matter. We are in, baby. We are in the playoffs. Entire league. Let's see. Braden Point gonna win the Art Ross this year with 114, 96 assists. My God. Goals. Connor, but shut the front door game. Oh my God. Connor Bedard was 63. In what world? In what world is this guy ready to go just yet? 94 over. Whatever. EA Sports' roster. 63. My man. Way to go, buddy. Plus minus, let's see. Connor McDavid, plus 50. Penalty minutes. See what I mean about Middleton? Let's get him for the team, boys. Let's get him for the team. Let's take a look at defensemen. Points, Cale Makar, yeah. Evan Bouchard, just going off. Charlie McAvoy. Quinn Hughes, man, Team America on the blue line. That's crazy. Dougie Hamilton with the most goals. And in the net, what do we got for wins? Georgiev, a 9-11, 9-19, 9-18. 9-19, 9-18. So it's either going to be Stuart Skinner or Connor Hellebuck. As I'd say it's probably Stuart Skinner with 63, less losses, better save percentage. There's your Vezina Trophy winner this year, ladies and gentlemen, Stuart Skinner. And what we all came to see, who is going to win the Rookie of the Year? Macklin Celebrini. Get the fuck out of here, Macklin Celebrini. Oh my God. There is one man here in the NHL that deserves the Calder, and it is going to be Matvei Michkov. And with a season like that, I'd imagine he's going to get some X Factors. Woo-wee. Yeah, buddy. Oh my God. What the effing happened with our simulation? I don't know, but I'll take it. Oh, thank God I didn't quit in anger, right? We did the simulation, and it ended up working out for us. Let's take a look at the progress reports. Hang on. Progress reports. Holy shit, where are you? There. Progress reports. Hang on a sec. Any growth? Jamie Drysdale, the biggest grower on our team. Michkov a little bit. Couturier probably went down. AHL, Wisdom. I don't really have anyone in the AHL. Bonk and Luchenko didn't even grow. All right. So be it. And other than that, we are pretty good, right? There's nothing else to look at? Nothing else to look at. So, ladies and gentlemen, in year number 1, your Philadelphia Flyers have... the Washington Capitals. Ovechkin versus Michkov. Russia. Oh my God. The future versus the past. It's the handing off of the torch, the passing of the torch. This is gonna be a fantastic series here, right? Ovechkin goal record. Oh, wait a minute. That's a great one to take a look at. Yeah, let's do our due diligence because we're waiting for it in real life. Did it happen in this world? Did Alexander Ovechkin get to 894, 893? I always forget which one it is. Let's see. 889. He didn't do it. 889. Did he get injured this year? He only got 30. Oh, you're going to have to come back for one more season. Sorry, Ovechkin. All right, so go nuts in the comments section. I want to hear what you guys have to say about anything and everything. We're going to be doing the live stream for the playoffs in the next few days. Don't know when it's going to be done. Make sure you're following and you're subscribed because you do not want to miss the playoffs. GM Superb Man did the unthinkable and turned this sucker around in one effing year. We're not going to get a great draft pick like we could have if we won the draft lottery, but we already have our man, Matvei Michkov, in his rookie season, getting 30 goals, 60 assists for 90 points. Unreal. And up next, Washington, Philly, round 1 playoffs. See you guys there.